Sorry, I forgot I have my camera tucked away. uh, well, there you go. Let me get it all nice and. Uh, there we go. It's a little off. That's okay. How's everybody doing? Crawl space live stream. uh, how you doing, Baldy? It's good to see you in here. Let's do some stuff. Clean up. There we go. Oh man, it's been a busy week. How about you? Let's see. Have a little bit of. You can't hear me, can't you? How you doing, Jerry? Y'all can't hear me, can't you? How you doing, Pete? Okay, that's good. So, yeah, super busy week this week. I've got a video coming up. I'll probably publish it tomorrow. It's uploading right now. I'll probably have it come live about noon or something like that. Pretty much showing what I've got done so far, and which it isn't a whole lot. I've got a cube up. I've got the pretty much top four boards up, and it's not even complete because I'm doubling up where the joist hooked to. So, but from what, if you come and looked at it, you wouldn't be able to tell I've done anything, much this week. It doesn't look like I've worked on it for 3 pretty solid days. Let's see what we got. Leeser, how you doing, man? That's good. Glad you're doing good, Baldy. Car hauler, that's awesome. Let's see. There's so many options for tie down straps. Are you saying there's a lot of options? That's a good thing. Let's see. Let me fix my camera so it's more in the center here. It may not bother everybody else, but it's bothering me. There we go. Yeah, so every time after I get through doing a live, I take my camera and I've got it on this little extension and hooked to my desk, and I will loosen it up and fold it up under the little shelf that it's hooked to. It's on this articulating arm that you loosen it up and all of it will move. All the joints will move. You tighten it up and it tightens up all the joints. But so let's see. Yesterday went to the Mid America Truck Show. If you're so I am a prior big truck driver. I drove truck for a couple of years when I was in my mid-20s before I went active duty Army. My dad owned his own truck for quite some time. He went through a few of them, and always had a love affair with trucks. I've got a picture somewhere of me about 2 years old. I was walking. I don't know how old I was, but man, I was short. So I was little bitty. So got it with me, my dad, and an old guy we called Sarge. and sitting next to or standing next to a old Peterbilt cab over in the middle of a parking lot in Huntsville. The parking lot is still there, but it's different. It's like way different now. And when the picture was taken, there was an airport across the main highway. That airport ain't there no more. They moved the airport like out in Madison, away from Huntsville, Alabama. So there's that. Cheers, Michelle. Thank you. So let's see, what are we drinking tonight? I have Peerless Toasted. It's a 1 ounce bottle. I'm still working through my 25 days of Christmas bourbon samples. So we'll see if it's any good. I just ate a piece of candy. I don't want to try it with that piece of candy still in there. Had some great saw some great stuff at the Mid-America Truck Show though. Let's get back on topic. I love big trucks. Bunch of antique trucks there. A million Peterbilts. Everybody had a Peterbilt. They're great. I love them. But the old stuff, the old iron, I really love. Bunch of tool people there. And if you've already saw my video, Grip Edge, they were closing up. It was closing time, and they were packing everything up. And I noticed them when I was walking through, and walked up and said hi, and they remembered me and asked me what size shirt I wore, and threw me a shirt. So got some cool swag there. What else did I get? Might have talked to Tecton. They might have given me this to review. Maybe. They did. They gave me this to review. So I'm gonna try to get this done here pretty soon. Pretty good guys there. We had a good chat. That's not all I got from Tecton. It's not hoodie season anymore, but got me a nice Tecton hoodie. So yeah, got that. What else did I get? I got just a little bit more swag than that. Let's see. If I can find it. There it is. I got a calendar from Shell. Got me a truck free. And I got me 2 bottles of Everyday Diesel treatment from Hot Shot Secrets. And they gave me a ton of stickers. So you order a shirt from me or something, or a hat, give me a holler, and you're going to get some stickers. I've got other stuff I'm going to throw in that, every bit of freebies I can get at these trade shows, I'll grab. And I'll put some of it in boxes when I ship stuff. So let's see. You bought. I bought. Let me see if I'm missing part of the conversation. Walter, you said I bought. Not sure what you bought. Let's see. Pete, you got me beat. Jack Daniels as always. Pete having a Busch Light. Okay. The leads are saying Busch Light. Has that ratchet released yet? Yes, it's been out for a while. Now they got some cool stuff they're about to release, and man, it's short wrenches that are crow's feet, and they're sharp, and they're made in America. They have awesome looking anodizing on them, and they're crisp, man. They are machined well. They're made well. They look good. Now, I don't know what the price is going to be, but if it's something you need, man, they look good. I've got the pictures on here. Man, I got to move this. I've got the pictures on here, and I'm going to try something. Let's see. Truck show. Let's see if I can let y'all see this. I don't know, because it's not pictures, it's video. I was going to use them to make shorts. Come on. Dadgum you. They're not, my pictures aren't, I'm not getting a preview. Y'all are just going to have to wait. Y'all just going to have to wait on the, wait on me to get, do the short. Sorry about that. But yeah, they look good. But they've got their crow's feet out, and if you've seen them and how sharp, well made they look, these new ones look good like that too. It's just it's hard to explain, but they're some of the best looking tools I've seen in a while. Getting back to this, so what it is, it's a stubby ratchet made to be even stubbier, and it's nice. It's got some good action, but yeah. Let's see. Beer. Speaking of Busch Light, Busch Apple is coming back this summer. Busch Light, water. I feel the same way about Budweiser. You can add piss in front of it. Bought 3 8 1/4 hex big sets from Joe's. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't watched Coon Trucking a whole lot in the past few weeks. I'm behind on 90% of the YouTube channels I watch. I've just been, man, daggum, what is it? School's got me running. Michelle said, I agree. CP gets him in a good mood. So you don't have bad moods, do you, Pete? Let's see, Baldy. I'm part of the Technical Student Program. Helps with the cost. Might have to pick up one of those ratchets. It's a nice one. It's a nice one to have. I forget whether I don't know whether I'm going to send that back or if I'm going to give it away or what. But see, crow's feet thing sounds awesome. Yeah, they are. They're well made. I'm telling you, I can't explain how well made that they look. They were nice. See, Michelle, get Pete some real beer. Shoot, I do drink when I drink beer. So living in Belgium, I'm going to have to explain this for it. Living in Belgium, a lot of the beer you get there is like, it's beer. It's got a lot of flavor, and it's not for everybody, but it's, you're going to have some strong flavors. And I liked when I got there, or when I started drinking beer there, I got to where I really liked a double. And it's, they have a triple, a double, and usually a blonde, or, it's usually their lighter beer and stuff like that. So if you know, what is it? There's one super popular one from Belgium that a lot of the restaurants carry here. I forget the name of it, but over there, like here, it's kind of an expensive beer. Over there, it's like a Mick Ultra or something, Stella Artois. It's not a fancy beer over there. It's one of the more mass produced beers. Um, where the one motorcycle group that I ride with, where we get our name is from a beer that is like the PBR in Belgium. It's called Jupiler, spelled Jupiler. And so, yeah. But to say all that, when I drink a beer here in America, I find something with a lot of taste. And I've gravitated toward hoppy beers. And I really like them. So there's that. But I haven't drank much beer lately. Heck, I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 2 weeks, I think. That's a very oaky, very oaky off the hit. I took real big sip, but it's smooth. You know. Right now, all I'm tasting is oak, but we'll see. See. With the current upload schedule, we get the Ratchet video. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I am working on it though. I gave you 2 videos this week, 2 full videos. I've got another one in the shoot, and I'm probably going to do another tool video this week. So I'm either going to do this or the Milwaukee half-inch impact video this week. We'll see. What else? So I'm going to try to get you 2 videos this week. I do have a test on Friday that I'm trying to get ready for. It's in statistics, and man, statistics is kicking my butt. And plus, I'm not real good at Excel, and they're giving us the formulas to do all of our work in Excel. But now I got to learn the stuff, how to do the stuff in Excel, plus the formulas, plus, yeah, it's frustrating. Let's see. Friend drank a Busch Light, handed him a Spaten Optimator. I'm guessing that's it's a German beer. It sounds German. He was walking around the backyard. Man, some of those are like drinking 3 or 4 beers. Chimay Red. I forget what the actual name. I just call it Chimay Red. It's in a red labeled bottle. It's the double, and the Chimay Blue is the triple. I like the doubles, but a buddy of mine was big on the triples. And at my going away in Belgium, I only had about 3 or 4 triples. And man, I was having trouble walking. I mean, they will put you down. And this was after living in Belgium for 3 years and drinking this stuff. See, Michelle drinks stouts, porters, and nitros. Those are her favorites. The porters are, what's the word? They're real dark, and they're real strong is not the right word. The flavor in them is a little more than I want. I've drank a lot of stouts. I've had the fortune of drinking a fresh Guinness right there a block from where they were made. So, it was pretty awesome. But yeah. See, Michelle has good tasting beer. Graduated from Busch Lattes to Lone Star. Lone Star makes a decent beer. Massive upgrade, and it's always part of the happy hours down here. Uh, Grip Edge loved a photo I submitted to them on their Facebook page once. Asked me if I would allow them to use it. Said yes. T40 Star bit I stuck in a GM 4T65E. That's awesome. Owner of a Harley Davidson dealership. My dad knew as a friend, stocked on Coors beers. That's awesome. I've had a few Harley dealerships. When I go in, it's according to what the deal is. Hey, you want a beer? And that's pretty awesome. I had some. I broke down. Broke down is the wrong word. I blew out my back tire. Me and my wife were coming. We were riding back from Fort Hood, Texas, back to Alabama. We had dropped a car off there. We had hauled the bike out, dropped the car off, and we were riding the bike back so we could drive all the vehicles we had. Rode the bike back, and I got on the outside of Slidell, Louisiana, and my rear tire went down. I ran over a steel belt from a big truck tire, and the wire stuck into my tire and just shredded my tube. But I'm in the hammer lane going about 75 miles an hour with my wife on the back and all our clothes. So I was heavy on a Dyna Wide Glide. It's not meant for all that. So I'm just, and it wants to do this number. It's weird when a back tire goes down on a motorcycle, and I'm slowing down as slowly as I can, not wanting to hit brakes real hard because I'm in traffic, and and I can't get over to my right, so I had to pull off on the left, and I had about this much room on the shoulder. Finally, once the traffic went through, I pushed the bike over across the road. But man, that was scary. I bet you couldn't have shoved a needle. Never mind. I had my rear end clenched pretty tight there. But anyway, yeah, that's Harley's. But then the whole story, they were offering me beer, and I was happily taking the beer. See, Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA, 120 minute when I can find it. I haven't tried that. I ought to try it. Isn't offering beers to your two-wheel clientele a great way to reduce your living customer pool? Kind of, maybe. It's according. Not everybody drinks to excess, and one Budweiser probably won't mess with the average Harley rider. Yeah, I tell you, it was a harrowing experience. It is it might be the second scariest experience I've had on a motorcycle. I don't know. I'd have to really think on that one. The first scariest experience I had, I was a fairly new rider, and I don't know what caused it, but I had a tank slapper. And in other words, my handlebars started rocking back and forth. And I didn't lay her down, kept it upright, but man, I was shook. I was shook. Luckily, I was only I wasn't a mile from home. I wasn't a half a mile from home. So yeah, Leeser, I was happy to be drinking that beer after that. This Harley Davidson dealership, they stayed open for us. I had to get. I was about 20 miles from the dealership. Had to get a wrecker to come get me. I think my insurance paid for it, part of the your roadside assistance stuff. Went to the dealership. I kept my tire. They put a new tube in. It was a little expensive, but they stayed open, got me out of there. me and the wife got back on the road. I think we made it to just inside Mississippi. Trying to think of the name of the town. It's just across the Mississippi River on I-20. Maybe you're familiar with it, maybe you're not. For some reason, I can't think of the name of the town right now. Been through there a million times. They got a big Civil War battlefield there, and the Natchez Trace goes through there. So, pretty cool place. But Slidell's on the other side of, the other side of Louisiana. So I did all of Louisiana after getting my tire changed. By the time we made it to our stop, we were wore out, just tired as hell. But sitting on the side of the road for 2 hours waiting on a wrecker in the summer heat, July heat in Louisiana will do that to you. What else? So I told y'all last week I would do something for the Fairlane this week. And I did. But it's not much. So I'm going to give you a hint. First thing I got to do is get the fuel tank cleaned out. Get it straight. Who can tell me what this is for? I made this today. Who can tell me what it's for? It's to do with the fuel tank. I got to clean it out. Put in there what you think. But I also got some tools this week. Does Zorro ever send you those 20% off deals? If they do, I used one this week, and this come directly from Snap-on. Wasn't a bad price. It was like, after my discount, it was about $130. I also got a little Home Depot's got some Milwaukee kits on sale, and they had a 4-piece M12 kit on sale. It come with the little air compressor, the little screwdriver, the ratchet, the 3/8 ratchet, and a light, and it was like $160, $170. Real good deal. But this is something I've looked at. Kind of want one. I've seen it on Amazon, and I think it's in my wish list. But so if you can't tell, it's a through socket set. It's reversible. This right here is how you release the sockets. And then it's a locking flex. There's the lock right there. It's got an adapter for 3/8. And it goes from 6 millimeter to 19 millimeter and 3/8 to 3/4. I think it's a little light on the SAE for my taste, but no big deal. Look at the extension. The extension is pretty cool. So it would look something like this. Pretty cool little set. It won't go through on the other side. It'll only go through this side. So I'll eventually do a review on it. We'll see how it goes. Did I get anything else this week? I don't think so. I've been real good this month. I've got my. I didn't buy very many tools at all, and my credit card's paid completely off right now. So we'll see. We'll see what April holds, but that's the thing. Riding season's coming up. I know I've got a lot of hotels to pay for. So, I needed to clear up some money and, so I could make sure I could pay for my hotels, for my riding and stuff. Because, I'll sleep on the ground if I have to, but I'd rather not. Beer can ignition coil wrap. Nope. It's a nice crazy 3 ratchet. That's my favorite method. Snap-on used to do. It's flex head. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They come in handy where a regular socket and ratchet won't fit. Yeah, I imagine it's going to come in pretty handy. We'll see. Anybody got any other guesses on this? So I've got to clean my fuel tank out. And I'm going to give you another hint. I'm going to be tumbling the fuel tank. I'm actually going to strap it to my tractor tire with the back end of my tractor jacked up. I'm going to put it in first gear and let it tumble. Tumble probably a 2-foot piece of chain in there so I can knock all the rust out. And I'm going to put some vinegar in there with it so it'll knock all the rust out. So tell me what that is. See, flex lock with the slide is way better than the lever style. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. We'll see. The lever, it seems like that seems like it get hit, but the lever seems like it'd be easier to get hit and loosen and let it loose. Baldy, you're correct. That's exactly what it is. It took me about 20 minutes of, I cut it out, trimmed it up, cut the little deals, and it fits good. It fits tight. The goal is to be able to, it's still going to leak, but it shouldn't leak too bad. And the thing about it, the sending unit is on one of the ends, and as it's spinning, I'd lose all my stuff just like that if I didn't cover it. My gas neck, I'm just going to take a piece of tubing, like car tube or tire tube. I'm going to put it over it. I'm going to zip tie it or maybe safety wire it, so it's real tight, doesn't leak, and let her go. I agree, Baldy, about them, knowing when they're going to come loose. Okay. I'm reading your comment, Pete. Jeff's got the most ratchets of them all. Jeff's got a lot of ratchets laying around, but yeah. He's got way more ratchets than me. Cheers, everybody. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I reckon I don't think there's a whole lot of else, but let's see. I tell you that doing that building and building that loft, the last one I built didn't hurt me as bad. Wasn't as, wasn't as tough for me to do. Man, this time it's kicking my butt. And then doing all the walking I did at the Mid America Truck Show yesterday, my sciatic nerve, man, it's just shooting pain all up and down my legs. Um, I'm hoping I can get out there and finish framing the loft up this week. And for someone that didn't have any issues, they probably would have had everything that I've already got done, plus having it framed in 2 days. But yeah, here I have three. I've got 3 good days on it so far, not counting the day that I messed up and put up my header board wrong. See, yeah, Jeff's got any ratchets he needs. What's up, Warren? How you doing, man? See, Walter, some of the ratchet Jeff has he hates. And that's the thing. Is there some tools that I bought that I really didn't need? Yes. But if there's some stuff that I liked that I'm like, man, I'd like to have that and try that out, or stuff that what's the word? I mean, that I just thought were cool, and I really, yeah, I bought it, but if I don't need it, unless it just really piques my interest, I'm not buying it, and I'm not going to buy it just to do a review on it unless it's something I really, really want to check out, So like this, I was going to buy one of these eventually. So it's nice that I got them to, let me try it out. But there's not a lot out there. I can't afford to throw money at it. And, so I'm not going to have a drawer full of. I'm not going to have a drawer full of, ratchets. Might have a drawer full if I combine my 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 and 3/4. I don't have a 1/2. I don't have a 1-inch ratchet. I've got 2 3/4. See, but I'm trying to get other stuff, like my lift that I got out there, and build the loft that I'm building, and I've got to, let's see, another project I want to get done this year is fixing my floor. But to fix my floor, first thing I need to do is put gutters along the back of my building. And then I need to, down at the base of my building, I need to create a trough. I'm going to do a concrete trough right there, so water doesn't undercut under my building, because my pad is already sunk. I'm trying to get it to where it's not worse. So I'm going to do that. And once I do that, I can fix my pad. But until then, I can't, there's no sense in doing anything with it, because it's just going to continue to get worse. And it's already, so the end, which is the shallow end where I'm working at, I've got a 1/2-inch drop. It's probably 1.5 inches on the deep end. And that's not good. And the 1/2-inch drop has got me trying to figure out how I'm going to build that wall. If I'm going to build it and not worry about the floor, not worry about raising the floor, or if I'm going to build it that much off the floor and raise the floor up to it. Because it's not, the one I'm talking about is not a load bearing. And yeah. And I'm going to probably use the foam kits to do the small end that hasn't dropped a whole lot. But the big end, I've got some ideas on building me a, a mud injector to raise that up. I've been running it through my head. I'm probably going to take a piece of 14-inch pipe, machine me a piece for it to press down in, get me some couplers and some hydraulic lines to be able to push the mud through. So it's all up in here. Warren, bet I got many as Jeff. I hate to admit it, I have issues. We all have issues, Warren. It's nothing to be ashamed of being a tool addict. It's just I can't do it. If I did, I wouldn't have my credit card paid off right now. That wasn't a bad bourbon. I would buy it if I didn't have 100 bottles that are, unopened. This will be the last thing I'll talk about that I got this week. So Woodford Reserve, for the longest, you could only get their double oaked at the distillery. But this year, for some reason, they've made it, more available. So I picked me up a bottle of double oak this week. Pretty happy to get that. I love the double oak. So we'll see how it is. It's a 90.4 proof. It's not bad. It's, just a little above, most bourbon, most regular bourbon is 90 proof. So, yeah. See, Warren, guess I could call it my retirement fund. Yeah. Except, it's all of my tools are going to go to my boys. My youngest will keep them. I don't know if my oldest will. But my youngest will probably want to kick my oldest butt if he gets rid of them. Especially if it's anything nice or that has any meaning to it. Yeah. My youngest, he's coming around. So pretty happy with him. The oldest, I still need to put my foot up his butt 1 or 2 times, but he'll be okay too. Let's see. Wife sending me a message. Let me respond to her because wife's going to bed early. She's traveling for work tomorrow and she leaves at 5 a.m. So it's going to be an early one. And I am lucky we've made it. We're about to shut this thing off. But I'm lucky we made it. We've got tornado warnings and supposed to have bad weather coming through. And I'm not saying it's not going to come through, but I'm lucky I made it through the, live pretty much without any issues. See. Wise decision by responding quickly. Yeah, she's the priority. Just, I don't want there to be no ifs, ands, or buts, but she is the priority. I know she probably doesn't think that sometimes, but she is. She's the priority. Hope everybody has a great week. Y'all take care. Hey, be looking for that video on the loft updates. I should set it for around noon tomorrow. It's already uploaded. I just got to make a thumbnail picture for it and something else. And plus, I just put that grip edge video up last night. I got a bunch of other shorts I'm supposed to be making on trucks and tools and stuff like that, but I got to find the time, and if I'm going to make them look good and sharp and catchy and eye appealing, then it's going to take me some time to do a 30-second short and make it look, catchy. So y'all take care. Have a blessed night. Have a great night. Have a great week. See y'all next Sunday.